Supplemental restraint systems can be extremely dangerous. When working on or around these systems, always assume the system has not been disabled. Always follow manufacturer's recommendations and procedures. If in doubt, do not touch the system. When diagnosing any problem in an SRS or supplemental restraint system, always follow the manufacturer's procedures for disabling and handling airbag components. Diagnosis should begin by confirming battery voltage is within specifications. Using a scan tool, observe the airbag deployment loop data. A short to voltage or high voltage code will be logged when the control module detects that the deployment loop has been shorted to voltage for a predetermined time. We need to isolate the short to voltage to either the airbag, harness and connectors, clock spring, or the SRS control module. Following the manufacturer's procedures, disable the airbag system. A wait time will be required. Remove the airbag assembly and store in a safe location. Insert an airbag simulator or dummy load in place of the airbag. Re-enable the SRS and rotate the steering wheel from lock to lock, then recheck the DTC status. If the fault code changed to history, then the airbag assembly may be at fault. If the DTC changed to current while rotating the wheel, then further inspection of the vehicle clock spring will be required. Remove the dummy load. Turn the ignition on and connect a multimeter between ground and each control terminal in turn. An effective ground point can be located at terminal 4 and 5 of the vehicle's DLC. A DLC breakout box makes this task easier. If the meter displays anything other than 0 volts, then the short to voltage is on that circuit. To isolate the short to voltage, we need to turn the ignition off and disconnect the SRS control module connector. Turn the ignition on and observe the meter. If the meter now displays 0 volts, then the short to voltage is in the SRS control module or a circuit from the control module. With the ignition off, perform a continuity test between the suspect control circuit and all other terminals in the SRS harness connector. If no fault is found, then the short to voltage is in the SRS control module. If the meter still displayed a voltage with the SRS control module disconnected, then the short to voltage is in the harness between the airbag connector and the SRS module connector. Turn the ignition off and disconnect the clock spring. Any shorting bars will need to be disabled. And reconnect the meter between the suspect circuit on the harness side and ground. If the meter now displays 0 volts, then the short to voltage is in the clock spring. If the meter still displays a voltage, then the short is in the harness. Once the fault has been rectified, ensure all connections are secure and assurance locks are in place before enabling the system. If replacing an SRS control module, be sure to follow the manufacturer's procedures and perform all programming with yourself and the scan tool outside the vehicle. Clear all fault codes and confirm all conditions for running the DTC are met before rechecking. These systems can be extremely dangerous. Follow all safety precautions and do not take unnecessary risks. Never apply any form of voltage to a live airbag circuit. Remember, correct diagnosis ensures an efficient and cost-effective repair. Thanks for watching.